Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and I've got even more news about Secret Lair Walking Dead Edition, and this is going to make your head explode clear off your body. If you thought that this couldn't be more of a dumpster fire and an aggravating slap in the face to the players, wait until you hear this. And I'm going to keep it short because there's not much to this, but boy, does this need to be brought to your attention. Send this video to everybody. I mean, the original like tweet about this only has like 300 retweets or something, or likes or whatever. So there's a guy on Twitter, his name is Greg Orange. I don't know if that's his real name, but his hair is dyed orange, so I mean, that's cool. He seems like a really funny, cool guy, just reading a couple of his tweets, so, you know, cool. So not throwing shade to him, none of this is his fault, okay? He's, if anything, kind of pointing this out. In fact, good on him for doing it. It would appear that he got an early copy of the Secret Lair Walking Dead edition. You might have thought, but they haven't even printed them yet, and they're not coming out until like January or February next year. What the heck? But they ran off some and sent them to probably the paid streamers and probably some of the high level, mythic kind of players, basically just Wizards ass kissers. I mean, not like, Christmas promo card level ass kissers, but like, a lot of pro players. So I heard people like opened it on live stream, opened it on YouTube, whatever. And they're like, hey, look at this. And so Lucille, the equipment, the bat is real. I guess they, I don't know, didn't feel like or couldn't or change their mind or something about printing the stained glass planeswalkers that have been a staple little secret include in all the secret layers. Not much of a secret at this point, but it added some randomness because they kind of have to do that for legal reasons. But no, this one's just one copy of Lucille, so that card is real. It was not a fake screenshot or photoshopped. Okay. And let me just throw this out there. How the hell is this card number 581? That's not the number we left off on. Did they design about 400 more of these that we don't know about? That's a little concerning. For example, Rick is 143, and that is approximately where they left off, and there are gaps in the numbers, but I think there have been like around 100 cards or something like that, and we're missing like 40, somewhere in the neighborhood of that. So the fact that this card is 581 should worry the shit out of you. So that's thing number one. And then thing number two, okay, so Greg got his hands on one of these, I assume, let's just say that there's another way to do this, but I assume that they directly sent it to him, and then he went and built a 5-color humans deck in Legacy, which I guess is like an improved version of the pretty kick-ass one that was in Modern a while ago. And here's the screenshot from it. Oh, is that Rick in the middle and then Mishan on the left? Uh-oh, and then, of course, 4 noble hierarchs and some Cavern of Souls and, just Legacy garbage. I have no respect for Legacy. It's such a joke. Although this looks like it actually turned into, like, a real game. It's like turn 3 degenerate bullshit, so that's kind of cool. But I'm not into Legacy, and the screenshot might show why. But he's like, yeah, I built this deck, 5-color humans, with the new Walking Dead cards, and or at least 2 of them, and I went 5-0 in a Legacy tournament. Right about now, you should be saying, wait a minute. Hold the f*** on. Wizards sent cards to these pro players, and they redeemed the digital codes on MTGO right now, and then this guy entered a tournament, a Legacy tournament, with a deck with cards that nobody else can get but those couple people that got mailed the product for free from Wizards, and he took the deck and blew everybody's asses off with it. Okay, that's some Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime shit right there. That's like, haha, there's only 4, blue eyes, white dragons, and I own all of them, so screw you. Or better yet, Pegasus, didn't he like own the company, and then he just like made one card, it's like the story tune book thing, whatever, brings it to a $6 million tournament, and he's like the final boss of the tournament, I guess. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched that trash. But he's like, yeah, only one copy of this card exists, and it's in my deck, and I'm playing you right now because you're the finalist in the tournament or whatever. So you got to verse me, and nobody else can have this card, and I just kind of ran off one copy for myself, and it's hyper overpowered and broken. Screw you. So Wizards of the Coast has gone full Maximilian Pegasus and brought anime into real life and said, you know what we should do? Take these broken ass overpowered human cards, send them just to a select number of people, and let them absolutely run rampant and cause havoc in Legacy with the 5-color humans deck. I doubt that was the intention, but that's the effect. So, I mean, just let that sink in. They took maybe 50 or 100 of these, sent them out, and said, here, you can all have these. Oh, the redemption codes work. Oh, you can enter a tournament with them right now, because why wouldn't you be able to? Oh, you went 5-0 with it because Rick is broken to shit. Oh, whoops. So as hilarious as that, take on things would be, I don't think that's quite what's happening on face value. Now, I've never bought a Secret Lair, but I'm being told that when you order it, you immediately, as soon as the payment goes through, I guess, get an email with the MTGO code, and I assume the arena code, I think you get sleeves or something, to unlock, the cards immediately on MTGO, and then when the paper ones show up, they show up. So that would heavily suggest that the codes are not actually inside the box like they are for like a pre-release, kit or whatever. So it's not a physical card with 12 letters of gibberish on it. They, I guess, ordered it or got the code from someone else or something. Or maybe Wizards sent them like a pre-run of the Secret Lair and then also sent them the codes, or ran off a special version that did have the codes in it. I mean, the timing on this is what's weird, because this has only been for sale for a day or 2 or 3 or something. And comparing it to how old this tweet is and, when the tournament actually occurred and stuff, it's not really coming together to me. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I'm just saying at most he could have had a day or 2 jump on this, and that's it. Where only he could play it because nobody else could even literally order the cards yet or redeem the codes. So it's not hey peasants, hey second-class citizens of the game, you're not one of our prized players, so you don't get to play with these cards yet. Have fun getting obliterated in every Legacy tournament from our pros, who are the only ones allowed to do this. No, anybody who puts in an order right now gets the code right now. So that would have been the black eye to end all black eyes if it was true. And it's kind of funny to imagine they would do that. And like I said, we don't know that they didn't give them a couple day advantage. It's a little fuzzy on timing. But right now it's if you want the cards right now in MTGO, you just pre-order Secret Lair. Except let's focus on that for a second. I said earlier that Rick and Mishan were in the deck. I believe Glenn or something, or Negan, one of the two or both or something, is in his graveyard. So he is playing 5-color humans with the Secret Lair drop. And he ripped people's faces off like an angry chimpanzee. Okay, he went through that tournament like a bulldozer from what I heard. I didn't watch it, but people are saying, whoa, this deck's broken. So it's the type of thing that allegedly, without a massive adjustment in the meta, which, should that even be required? Will that be required? Will that be accepted by the users? My guess is no, but anyway. Let's just say there's a countdown timer to when this garbage gets banned. This overpowered, pushed, broken, human tribal horse shit that they're trying to shove down everybody's throat. When will they ban it from Legacy? And my suspicion is probably not while it's still for sale, but also, are they going to wait until the day after it stops selling and then ban it on Legacy and basically on MTGO? Because that would really look bad. Or are they going to let the deck, go wild and ruin Legacy for let's be honest, 6 months, and then they'll ban it, saying, oh, we looked at the numbers and trends and statistics and blah, 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 blah. Now, you knew day one that this shit was broken. Come on. So there's nothing good about this. I mean, the situation is just a nightmare. I mean, if they banned it right now today, anybody who pre-ordered it to specifically get them on Arena, or MTGO, pardon me, and go just blow people up with that new deck, oops, it got banned before you even received the product in the mail. That would piss people off. Doing it shortly after sales end, that would piss people off. Doing it 2 months later, 6 months later, a year, that would piss everybody off because Legacy would just devolve into an unplayable format. I mean, I think you know what my opinion on Legacy is, but let's just correct that statement. It would be more of an unplayable format that's even more degenerate and awful. And everybody would be pissed that it would just be the Eldrazi winter all over again, except this would be the zombie winter. In fact, let's call it that, because let's be honest, that's what they're going to do. So they could pull a little, emergency parachute and say, yeah, we emailed you the code just because that's how our fulfillment system works, but these cards weren't supposed to be legal until their paper version launches. And then basically mark the cards as not legal for Commander or for Legacy until February when the stuff ships, which would buy them some time. I don't know what that would do to orders. It would just delay pissing people off. But it's kind of middle ground, and it's kind of like a snaky way to get out of it while you collect orders and collect money and then let the anger die down from the fan base, only for it to flare up later. I mean, if you aren't figuring this out, the solution would be to not print this broken, pushed, just ridiculous double Lord card horse shit in the first place. I mean, is that not obvious to anybody? Apparently it's not obvious to anybody at Wizards. And their R&D department and like even Mark and Aaron have made statements that prove that they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, just their statements about Oko, about Coco, anything that rhymes with it apparently, Collected Company and Oko both, they made idiotic statements about how they didn't think they'd be good or playable. Oopsies. But let me just sidetrack for a little bit. Let me direct your attention to a statement made in the little PDF given out to, I think, investors and stockholders, whatever, of Hasbro in 2019. If you thought you couldn't get angrier, let me just tell you. Warning! Trigger warning! So Magic the Gathering revenues increased more than 30% in the year, behind double-digit growth in tabletop revenues and a strong first year for Magic the Gathering Arena, our new digital game. Dungeons & Dragons revenues grew for the 6th straight year. Oh, I think 2020 is the end of that. I don't know if you heard what they're doing over there. Apparently the rich, white, stuck-up Seattle liberals who work at Wizards of the Coast think that orcs are black people. And kobolds, so they're going to take away any of their negative traits associated with the race. That's a whole other video. I just wanted to tell you what's happening over there, so they ain't making no money. It won't go broke, bitches. Anyway, they go on to say, last year we set a target to double the revenues of Wizards of the Coast brands over the coming 5-year period, and we're well on that path to accomplish this mission. So that's their goal. Right around that time, Chris Cox became CEO. Right around that time, Secret Lair was invented. Right around that time, Masters was announced as coming back. Right around the time this was written, it was being planned to do a bunch of just cash-grabby, greedy, anti-consumer shit. This was written before COVID, but still, they're using that as a crutch and excuse to like write off anything that fails as it was COVID, even though it's like nobody wanted this and the community hates you now. So yeah, they just have an arbitrary goal to double the revenues of Wizards of the Coast, and it's pretty much D&D and Magic. The rest of it ain't shit on the balance sheet, so let's cut the crap. They're talking about Magic the Gathering. So, I mean, cool, licensing their IP to Netflix for money, licensing it to mobile games that you don't have to play, you know, and then they take a cut of that. They're doing something with, you know, all these product tie-ins of sneakers, the watches, the bags, the throw pillow blanket thing. I mean, yeah, cool. I mean, start putting stuff on shirts, whatever. Like, do what you want to do. If somebody's going to buy it, make it. I mean, it's business 101. Doesn't affect me. I don't have to buy it. I don't feel obligated to need any of this. Hooray for them. But I think that all the really, really direct, greedy decisions they've made are kind of, you know, this too. Now, this is really weird. I wanted to read this just because it's weird. This is like, it's the next section. We have a plan to invest $200 to $300 million. I mean, that's like Wizards of the Coast income for like a quarter. I mean, if that. Anyway, across multiple titles and platforms to create unparalleled gaming experiences with superior operating margins. Superior operating margins is code for ripping you off, and I don't think they're referring to Arena because they said we're going to do this. We have a plan to invest that much. So, I don't know, VR D&D? Maybe? With COVID, I mean, that's a green check mark for that one. Yeah, approve that. Redoing MTGO, maybe? I mean, they kind of did that. They rewrote it in the .NET framework, I believe. I mean, what else is there? What could they be spending $200 to $300 million on? Like, that's like a whole movie, which I, cancel that right now. They were working on a movie a while ago. They couldn't, I don't know, find a director or writer or something. I don't know. One of the two D&D movies sucked and the other one was like, all right. So, they had mixed results with that. I would assume Netflix is paying them, not the other way around. So, like, where is $300 million going? Like, what the hell are they doing? And they're referring to Wizards of the Coast. It's in the same paragraph. They're not back referring to Hasbro. So, this is weird. And in fact, the next section, they go on to say, within our Hasbro gaming portfolio, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, yeah, all the greedy crap that they're doing and the whole, oh, you want to play Legacy? Here, pay $50. We're now the gatekeepers. You got to give us $50 to keep playing competitive Legacy. And as soon as you give us $50, we're going to ban the deck. Have fun. Thanks for the 50. Screw you. It was a scam the whole time. Okay, that might be a little strong. I think they're just that bad at predicting the future. They're just like, oh, this new Rick will be so powerful. Everybody will buy him. He'll be so cool in human strategies. And then somebody actually does it, and they're like, oh, shit, that's like the most powerful Legacy deck ever built. Whoops. So I don't think they were like, yes, let's do this to Legacy and then turn around and ban it. Yes, that'll do wonders for the community's opinion of us. But yeah, I mean, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of all this greedy crap. And now it's like, it's been, a day, 2 days, 3 days, and people are already picking up codes. By the way, you can just get the codes on eBay for like $5. I should probably mention that. And there is some, looks like local gaming stores, we're talking like couple hundred feedback and stuff, real, local chill people, like ones out in Minnesota. They're selling it, $5.25, $4.99 for, the digital codes to MTGO. So it's like, okay, you don't really need to pay 50, but that's a secondary market. Who knows if that would happen? And they have less than 30. I mean, a lot of these say more than 10 and then like 6 sold. Well, I mean, the order limit was 30. So unless they're smurfing it on multiple accounts with multiple addresses or something, and then what are they going to do with that many paper ones? So, you're paying 50, you're getting 5 back in codes. That's 45 in paper. They're going pretty hard on this investment wise. I would not recommend it. I think by the time it launches in paper, something will be banned somewhere, and that's not going to do good things to the prices. And it kind of indicates that, with a sheer number of listings, people are buying this to death. So I wouldn't touch it. Totally toxic asset as far as investments go. I'd be more into the next Horizon set and Commander Legends and the next Masters set. That is a far better option to throw your money at. So it's like, okay, this could have been really, 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 really bad if somehow somebody got a hold of some like pro codes from the ones that sent out, and then they're the only ones who could play with these cards, which is kind of what I initially thought. And I'm like, oh, wait. They do digital delivery via email of those codes. I'm like, oh, okay. This isn't as bad as it could have been. All they did was entirely ruin a whole format called Legacy. That's all. It's not as bad as everybody thought, except it is. And honestly, I keep going back to how the hell is Lucille card number 581? What could that possibly mean? The answer is nothing good. So, I mean, please go on social media and just give Wizards some more backlash over this. They need to hear feedback from the customers. Like, don't be a dick. Don't violate terms. Don't threaten them. Don't, whatever. Then they just think they're the victims and think you're all crazy and ignore your opinions. Just tell them, I don't like this. I'm a longtime player. This is crap. Don't do this. I don't support this. I'm not buying this, whatever. And then also, stop giving them your money. Because otherwise it's like, oh, we hate you, stop doing this, as they're, crying all the way to the bank, dabbing their eyes with $100 bills. If the money's green, they're going to keep being mean. I made that up all by myself, and I'm damn proud of it. Man, you getting early 2000 rap lyrics from me today? You getting poems and shit? This is the Variety Channel. So, yeah, this is a pretty big shitstorm. It doesn't affect me because I don't care about Legacy, but boy, this is pretty bad that somebody could just pull a deck out of their ass in like a day and then just sweep a whole tournament, and now it's gonna get so bad they're probably gonna have to ban the cards. It's just funny. For the first time, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect the format I play in. I'm sure some of you out there are livid. I'm just disinterested and kind of amused by this. I mean, yeah, it's like it's not funny. Wizards should stop doing this shit, but like, it's kind of funny. So anyway, if you got any comments, how pissed off you are, or any other details, what you think about this, or if you have an explanation for why Lucille is number 581 all of a sudden, I'd love to hear it. Or if you really know Legacy, competitive Legacy, and you have a take on the deck, I would love to hear that. Is the deck as good as people are kind of saying, or are they exaggerating and it's not even ban worthy? It's just, oh, look, a cool deck, or oh, look, a fluke. He won with a fluke. Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, I just uploaded some more cool long format stuff to my second, third, fourth, fifth, I don't know, my other channel, Emergency Survival Tips. It's kind of blowing up. I'm getting close. I'm at 1.3 thousand watch hours. I hit the sub limit because, that's easy. But I need 4,000 hours to qualify for monetization. And you're probably thinking, oh, wow, what a great thing to get to. And then you honestly, at 4,000 hours watch time, make like $3 or $4. Oh boy, like I could just make a fifth of one video on this channel and make that or something. I don't even know. Oh, my monetization's still screwed up. It's all reporting the wrong numbers and shit. It's a nightmare, and I'll be lucky to pay my fucking bills this month. So thanks for that, YouTube. They're still looking into it. They just sent me like a follow-up email like, oh shit, I'm elevating this, and then we have no idea what the fuck is going on. This might take a while. I'm like, oh, it's just my once a month paycheck that I am counting on in need, where you showed me one number one day and then dropped it by over $1,000 the next day, and then just it's been ever since. Yeah, I didn't need that money to live on. So it's like, why would I care about my second channel getting to 4,000 watch hours and getting approved for monetization when it's like, oh, it's like 50 views a day, 100 views a day, that doesn't pay shit. Like, who cares if monetization is turned on? Because I'm going to upload videos that could virtually overnight get up to 1 million views or over that. We're talking hyper viral. Like, we're talking not clickbait title, but where you see the title, they're like, you're going to do that in a video, and then you click on the video, oh, he's doing that in the video. So it's like the opposite of clickbait. It's click worthy. And people are going to click on it. And unfortunately, YouTube has this wonderful policy of one free video, where if you have one video go viral and all of a sudden, like within a week, it gets, 4 million views, you didn't get paid for any of that shit. You have to wait until you submit the thing, and then they review your channel and blah, blah, blah. It's, 10 days later, then, oh, we'll turn monetization on, and then the video's already burned out and everybody's seen it. At that volume, no mid-rolls, it's about $2 per 1,000 views, so it would be $2,000 per million. So it's like, oh, you started a channel, uploaded 10 videos, and one of them exploded and got 5 million views. Well, you missed out on $10,000, but hopefully you can do it again and make a second viral video now that we turned on monetization. Okay, there ain't no free video policy in Deathsville here. Homie, don't play that shit. I'm going to get approved for monetization, then I'm going to upload the crazy ass content. So, I mean, I actually have some 10-year-old freeze-dried food. So we're going to see if I eat it and don't die. That'll be coming up. And if I think I can get away with it and I got to reread the community policies, if you want to see a face reveal, that's also me getting tased to see how effective contact tasers are. You know, maybe go take my 2 1-hour videos and watch them or, you know, play them. So no absolute guarantees, but I'm like 75% sure I can get away with just, hey, let's in a safe environment test, you know, in a controlled environment with trained people, somebody just walking up and tasing me with my most powerful taser that I own and see if it's like instant fall over stun, you know, like the cop ones, which alright, I'm pretty sure it's not because it's a contact taser. It's only like 14 million volts. And to see if my theory is correct, because I have been tased before in the hand, and as soon as it stopped, I could have punched somebody. Half a second later, I could have punched somebody. So I'm curious personally if they're effective or ineffective. I've been told by a lot of people they are extremely ineffective. Unless you hit somebody in the neck or the spine. Then, oh my gosh. And I really want to know if it can get through like a thin kind of like a fall jacket too. Because I'm very curious about that. So we're just going to do all kinds of fun taser experiments. And just how effective are contact tasers with a thumbnail of me getting tased in blue flashing lightning. That's it's not clickbait, it's click-worthy. It's, oh, there's some guy getting tased. I'm going to watch that shit. I mean, remember when Cops was on TV? They had a special called Tased and Confused. Okay, that was some good shit. People like watching people get tased. It's like cats on the internet. It's a law of physics. So if you want to see somebody tase me, and you know, if I can get Jeremy to do it from MTG headquarters, you're damn right that's what the video is going to be. But he's kind of busy. But I'll see what his schedule is. He probably wants to tase me. I don't know. There's some other content creators that aren't too far away. Just saying, it's going to be a hell of a video. So the sooner you get me to 4,000 watch hours, the sooner I can film that. Because like I said, there's a no free video policy here. I am not going to have something go explosively viral and get the kind of views that the very first video on my channel got. Or I think it was the third video, but whatever. I didn't get paid for any of that shit, and I'm still pissed over it. That thing hit almost 500,000 views. It's now deleted. It was a community guidelines violation. If you guys know which one I'm talking about, you're like, I'm not surprised. It was dangerous and possibly illegal. But yeah, if I go 500,000 views, I'm getting paid for that shit. If I'm going to get tased in the freaking chest, I'm getting paid for that. Let me just throw that out there. I'm going to collect some money for that shit or I ain't going to do it. But yes, if you're excited about that kind of content, go check out my channel. Link maybe in the description. We all know I'm going to forget to put it there, but you know, I'll say it anyway. Emergency survival tips. It's 3 words. Just type it into the damn search. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next video.